Come on. So see. So this is the given question. So here there is a tower, and what is the height of the tower? Height of the tower is 20 meters. So from the top of this tower we are releasing a balloon. Clear? So what is the speed of the balloon? Speed of the balloon is 2 meters per second in upwards direction. So balloon is moving upwards with a speed of 2 meters per second. Now a boy who is standing at the bottom of this ground, he is throwing a stone towards this balloon. And with how much velocity he has thrown the stone, ma? So he has thrown with a velocity of 50 meters per second. And now the question is, find when and where the stone goes and hits the balloon. That is the question. Okay. Now, by using kinematics also we can solve it. But we are trying to solve by using relative motion. So can you say how can I do, ma? How can I solve this problem by using relative motion? First of all, you take the relative velocity of the stone with respect to balloon. That's how we take relative velocity. No? Relative velocity of stone with respect to balloon is how much? Both of them, they are moving in upward direction only, no, initially. Are you able to understand, ma? So this is the initial velocity. So velocity of the stone minus velocity of the balloon. So velocity of the stone is 50, velocity of the balloon is 2. So total it is 48 meters per second. So this is the relative velocity of stone with respect to balloon. That's all, no? Okay. Now here the question is, who is in rest position? Who is the observer here? Balloon is the observer. Already we discussed, no? Second subscript always becomes the observer. Okay. It means observer always goes into rest position. That also we have discussed, no? Observer always goes to rest position. It means that balloon is present here only. Balloon is present at the top of tower only. Only stone is moving relatively. Relatively we can assume that balloon is at rest position and stone is moving and touching the balloon. Are you able to understand, ma? So stone should cover how much distance? Stone should cover a distance of 20 meter and it should hit the balloon. Actually, stone should travel a distance greater than 20. Why? Because by the time a stone goes and reaches this position, balloon would have gone somewhere up to here, no? That is according to the general method of solving, according to kinematics. But according to relative motion, observer always goes into rest position. It means observer, who is the observer here? Balloon. Balloon goes into rest position. Are you able to understand? So balloon is here only, it is not moving upwards. So relatively, stone is moving with a speed of 48 meter per second. Okay. Now we have understood that if you are taking velocity relatively, then acceleration, displacement, everything we have to take relatively only. No? So let us take relative acceleration. So acceleration of stone with respect to balloon is how much? Acceleration of stone with respect to balloon is how much? So acceleration of stone minus acceleration of balloon. This is how we write a relative velocity concept, no? Acceleration of stone minus g, because this stone is moving under the effect of gravitational force, no? So its acceleration is minus g. Okay. Acceleration of the balloon? 0. It doesn't have any acceleration. Because balloon is a body which is moving with a constant velocity, already given, no? With a speed of 2 meters per second in upward. It is continuously moving upwards with same speed. There is no effect of acceleration due to gravity here. Balloon, acceleration due to gravity concept to move out on line. It is moving constantly with a speed of 2 meters per. That is how balloons they move, no? If you release a balloon, will it fall down? No, it starts moving slowly in upwards direction if it is a helium balloon or a hydrogen balloon. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. So therefore, balloon's acceleration is not there. Its acceleration is 0 because its velocity is constant. Are you able to understand? Okay. So therefore, what is the relative acceleration? Relative acceleration is minus 10 meter per second square. So this is the relative acceleration of the balloon. Okay. Now see. Now, is this an accelerated motion or uniform motion, ma? Accelerated motion. Why accelerated motion? Because there is a relative acceleration. Relative acceleration is there. Definitely this is accelerated motion. In the last class also we have done one problem. One stone released from top of a tower, one stone thrown from bottom of a tower. There also bodies were moving in accelerated motion only. But relatively it was an uniform motion. The last condition, relatively it was uniform motion. Why relatively it is a uniform motion? Because relative acceleration was 0. Acceleration of first stone also 0. Acceleration of second stone also 0. So relative acceleration is 0. Are you able to understand? Okay. So therefore, this is an accelerated motion. What kind of motion, ma? Accelerated motion. If it is an accelerated motion, how many equations we have? 4 equations. So out of 4 equations, any one equation you can use. So what he is asking us to find out when and where the stone hits the balloon. Are you able to understand, ma? So let us take S is equals to ut plus half at square. Because the displacement is there, no? I will use this relation. Okay. So displacement of stone is how much? Stone should reach how much distance? Relatively, it should reach 20 meters because second body is at rest position, no? Relatively. So therefore, plus 20 or minus 20? Plus 20. Why plus 20? Above the reference, no? Stone is thrown from here. This point becomes the reference. It is going above the reference. So positive displacement, 20. Initial velocity? Initial velocity of stone with respect to balloon? 48 already we have calculated, no? 48. Time taken? I don't. So half. Acceleration? Minus 10. Time taken? Still I don't. Clear now? So therefore, do this calculation. So 20 is equals to 48t minus 5t square. Okay, ba? So therefore, 5t square minus 48t plus 20 is equal to 0. Are you able to understand me? So therefore, 20 into 5s are how much? First of all, make a note up to here, ma. We will do the calculation. So therefore, 5t square minus 48t plus 20 is equal to 0. So 50 into 2, 100 t square. You can divide into 50 and 2, ma. But problem is if you multiply both of them, you should get plus 100. And if you add both of them, you should get minus 48. Both, is it possible? I don't think it is possible. Minus into minus, if you add both of them, it is 52. Okay, ma? But if you take one positive, it is 48. But if you add, you will get minus 100. So by in this method, it is not possible. Then which method? So Sridharacharya method. Minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2. This is the relation. Okay. So compare this one with at square plus bt plus c is equal to 0. So minus b value minus 48 plus or minus square root of another b value minus 48 whole square minus 4 a value is 5 5ac c value 20. That's all, number. So divided by 2a. So 2 into a value is 5. Are you able to understand? So therefore 48 plus or minus square root of 48 whole square minus how much, ma? 20. 20s are 400 divided by 2 5s are 10. That's all. Now do this calculation, ma, and you neglect a negative value because time cannot be negative. Time is always in positive value. So neglect the negative value and calculate what is the answer you will get. Okay. So therefore, 48 plus or minus square root of 48 whole square is how much? 2304 minus 400 divided by 10. Okay. So 48 plus or minus. So from 2300, if you remove 400, then it is 1904. No, 1904 divided by 10. Root 1904. How much? 40 approximately. 45 into 45 is how much? Say it, how much it is? Approximate 40? 44 is 1936. Okay. So therefore 48 plus or minus, how much you said, ma? 40? 40? 44. So let us write 44 approximately, or 43.8 approximately, clear now? Divided by 10. So we don't take the negative value, we take positive value. So 45 plus 45 negative value is also positive only here, but any one value we have to take. So 48 plus 43.8 divided by 10 is one answer. So 48 minus 43.8 by 10 is another answer. Okay, ma? So 48 plus 43, 80, 91.8. 91.8 by 10. And another value is 8 minus 3, 5, 4.2. 4.2 by 10. Okay, ma? So these are the two possible answers. So one is 9.18 seconds, another one is 0.4 seconds. So two answers are possible. It means that in first condition what happens is, see, what is the meaning of two answers? I will explain to you. Balloon is present here, no? Okay, ma? Stone is thrown from here. Are you able to understand? So in the first condition, for example, if this is the balloon moving upwards, so this stone goes and strikes this balloon. That is one condition. And that is the minimum time, 0.4 seconds. Are you able to understand? Ma? Second condition is that this stone goes like this and falls, and by this time balloon will be reaching somewhere here. No? So this is the second time when the stone can hit the balloon. So these are the two conditions which are you able to understand? One condition is directly going and hitting the balloon. Time taken is very less, 0.4 seconds. Okay. And in the second condition, balloon can travel like this. No? By that time, balloon should have reached here. So this body goes and falls on the balloon. That is the second condition. So both conditions are possible. So understood what is happening? So two times are possible and both are correct. Okay. But we will take which time? Let us take only this time. Or you can take this time also. I will take this time. Are you able to understand? When a stone is moving upwards and hitting the balloon, then the time taken is 0.4 seconds. So one answer I have calculated. When? When means after 0.4 seconds. Where? Where means what you have to do? Where the stone goes and hits the balloon? Sima, by the time stone goes and reaches this balloon, what is the time which has passed? 0.4 seconds. By this time, this balloon should have moved up to this much distance, no? And at this distance, how can I calculate? Balloon is moving with what kind of velocity? Uniform velocity or non-uniform velocity? Uniform motion or non-uniform motion? Uniform motion, no? Balloon is traveling with same velocity. If it is uniform motion, which equation I have to use? So S is equals to displacement is equal to velocity into time. Because balloon is moving with same velocity, no? So displacement. Velocity of the balloon is how much? 2. Time taken is how much? 0.4 seconds. So displacement is how much? 0.8 meters. So stone totally travels how much distance? So stone travels a distance of, what is the height of this tower? 20 meters. 20 plus 0.8. So 20.8 meters. So this is where stone goes and hits the balloon. Are you able to understand? So it goes and hits the balloon in a time of 0.4 seconds. No? By that time balloon will move how much distance? Balloon should have moved by a distance of 0.8. So totally stone should cover how much distance? First this 20 and next this 0.8. Are you able to understand? So this is the total distance travelled by the stone, so that it goes and hits the balloon. Are you able to understand now? That's it. Okay. Come on. Or you can take this time also. This also you can calculate, no problem. Both are possible.